Hello. Good evening. We are heading into the later portion of our evening now. It's the part where all the little end of the day stuff happens, that tidying, that I don't know, kind of gazing around the disaster, that everything you got up to was during the day, and then you have to clean it up now. So that's what I was doing. I'm still pretty sniffly and trying to prevent it from getting worse. So I made this hot toddy, which, you know, makes you feel better because you just like pass out after. But it's whiskey, lemon juice, honey, and water, hot water. It's all mixed up, and I put a little cinnamon on the top too. But it pretty much just tastes like straight rye, of course. But it's good. I don't know, whatever. Makes those Tylenol cold pills work a little better. I went out for dinner tonight. Went to the mall. I got some new bath bombs. So after this, I go inside, have a hot bath, soak, and use one of my new bath bombs. I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited. I love bath bombs, and these ones are so good. They're like so enthusiastic about their job. Like they turn the water the color that they come in, and they bubble like crazy, and like they're so great. Like I've seen bath bombs that have just not worked at all, you know, and you just have to kind of like crush them up in the water. But these ones from this place, oh, they're so cute. I'll post a picture of them somewhere. I'm not sure where yet, but I'll post a picture tonight of those bath bombs somewhere. Speaking of this, it's funny because I think when we get sick, we all sort of know what we need to do to feel better. We need sleep. You need to sleep. You need hydration, and you need that's it, really. You just need to sleep and stay hydrated and rest, and eventually, hopefully, you feel better. And then if not, you go to their doctor and find out what's up. But I find so many of us take these little home remedy routes. And I don't know if it's because we've had actual success of it in the past, like with our own little, you know, mini studies and trials at home, that we could say there was actual success from this whatever. Or is it just like out of familiarity, like a bad habit, like it's a comforting thing because it reminds us of being, you know, taken care of when we were younger, when we were sick. And so it's just a familiarity, because it's very hard as an adult to be taken care of, right? Like, how often are you in a situation where somebody is nurturing and caring for you, you know, in ways that you really need, in ways that you needed as, you know, a kid, and hopefully we were all able to find somewhere, but as an adult, that's really hard to come by. And so that's why it feels so, you know, so heartbreaking for us when we do get into a situation where somebody is caretaking for us. So like, even if it's out of your control and it's like their job and they have to, like, you get, you know, stuck in the hospital for something and the nurses have to take care of you because that's their job. And you appreciate it as if they didn't have to do it, as if they were, you know, not doing it out of a means. You appreciate it. That's what I felt at the hospital anyways. It's just so weird to get to a place where you're like, oh my gosh, somebody's bringing me food and somebody is like making sure I have what I need, and they're asking if I'm okay, and I know that they have to, but it feels nice anyways. So maybe that's what these home remedies remind us of. Although, I can't say that I was fed whiskey drinks as a kid when I was sick. No, but this was something, I sort of started thinking more of when I was like 18, 19, and then continued on with it all the time when I get, like I'm feeling like I could be sick. I don't like getting sick because I'm a real big baby when I am, and no fun for me. Probably not fun for anybody else either. And still, as an adult, even when you get sick, even if you're not a good sick patient, even if you're, a sucky sick patient, it doesn't matter. It's still so hard to have somebody take care of you when you need it. And that's one of those tough lessons of being an adult, hey? Like, when you're in situations of comfort or with people who are very comforting, you just sort of cling to it like, it's always going to be this way. But then, things happen. And it isn't always that way. Oftentimes, our situations change, our affections change, our goals change, comforts change, our needs change. It's constantly changing, and so I don't know where I was going with that. That's okay. Anyways, what kind of home remedies did you have? We had Vicks. Vicks is used a lot in my household, also, I'm sure everybody's household. I heard, though, that sometimes in some places, Vicks went like right under the eyes, right under the nose. That wasn't like that. It was like rubbed it to your chest, rubbed it to your back, rubbed onto sore legs for growing pains, wrapped up with a tea towel, which is actually something I still do with my kids. It's like the go-to thing for growing pains, and I remember it. I remember that feeling, and I remember having my legs like rubbed in with Vicks and then wrapped in a towel, like pressure, and I remember that it felt better. And I've done that with all 3 of my kids now, and I feel like they get the same relief. So I don't think that can count as an actual study because I never recorded anything at all. So I don't think I could pass that off as legitimate, but there's something to be said, I think, for that. Mushroom tea, that was a grandma one remedy. I don't know about that one. I just remember when people were sick, they drank the mushroom tea, and there was a jar in our fridge, big, like gallons and gallons, 50-gallon pickle jar, Costco-sized jar of pickles. Post-pickle, though, emptied, cleaned, and used for mushroom tea, that size, in the fridge. And you could see the mushrooms in it, and I don't know if you're familiar with morels. They're kind of weird looking. And I'll post a picture of that somewhere too. A morel tattoo is one that I'd like to get, so I will post that picture, and you'll be able to have an idea of what that's like. And then you can also imagine it. Imagine yourself as a small child, and you're opening a refrigerator that's in a basement, and the light comes on, everything's dark behind you, and you're actually not really supposed to go into that fridge because nothing's in there. There was a dead hamster in there for a really long time in the upper part. That's where I get it from. Whoever parent is responsible for that hamster in that fridge, that's why I'm keeping dead birds in my freezer for 7 years. Father or mother, I don't know, but that's an interesting quirk to pass down. The mushroom tea, who was like, you're not supposed to be there, and it's dark, and you're kind of sneaking, and you kind of wanted to look at the hamster, and you decided to open the fridge, and in it is glow, and it's a big jar, almost the size of you, and in it is this murky green water that's like, you know, you can't see through it, it's not clear, and in it is floating these, they look like brains, mushrooms in it. It's creepy, but apparently it's healing according to some generations, so that's what was in our fridge. I don't use morels for that, so I do something different with them, but I like them, they're really good. I think that's for that, for outside here. The longer I sit outside, I was thinking that if I'd sit outside, maybe like the cold air would like clear up my lungs and everything, but like my lungs don't feel clear, it's just like my sinus, like it's just like my fall allergies maybe, like that's what it feels like. And just coming like not constant, like I don't constantly feel sick. I don't even feel like this stuffed up most of the time. Most of the time I feel like it's normal. But then in the nights, so is that an allergy? What's that? Talk to my doctor. Okay, bring it up if it's still bothering me when I see her next. And so that's it. I'm gonna go outside, have a hot bath with a cool bath bomb, and that is that. You know, exciting Tuesday evening. Have a great night, and thanks for listening.